was about 10 years old. I think it was my first year. My pop chucked me in. I think before that I was just mucking around, playing footy at school with a couple of the boys and that. Wasn't too good when I first started playing, probably just had a little bit of speed, but yeah, obviously grateful, that I found this sport, and then my pop took me down to the local team to chuck me in because I think my life could be a lot different without footy. So I'm grateful, that I found footy at a young age, and been playing it ever since. First started playing with the South Tongan Knights down in Tuggeranong in Canberra. First year was a little bit average, and then obviously the second year started to get a little bit better, started to get a little bit more confident. What motivates me to chase the dream, I guess, would be going up the way that I did. If you know me, I don't come from much, very humble beginnings, but just wanting to, give myself a better life, provide for my family. There's been a lot of struggling times, my childhood, but as you grow up, you realise that you're the only one that can change your living situation. So that's probably the main thing, that got me started, that had me, chasing the dream. I even remember I'd finish school, head home, grab the footy, and I'd be at footy training, 3 hours early before it even started. So ever since I started playing, I've been obsessed with the game, spitting it, and obsessed with the grind, trying to make it. But what motivates me, definitely my family, definitely my upbringing as a kid. I said a lot of things I probably shouldn't have, but I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything during my life as well. It's turned me into the person I am today. So another thing would definitely be God. I feel like He's given me this dream, the vision to chase every single day. So just want to do Him proud by sticking to it, following Him through. So all in God's timing, I'll get to where I need to be. I haven't had too much injuries in my career. I'd probably say the biggest one would have been 2024. I think we were playing against Manly. It was my first run of the game. We just ran out, took a scoot, made a break, and then ended up getting hip dropped and tore my hammy. So tore my hammy, tore it 95%, so it's nearly torn off the bone.
That's normal, they're little dots. That's where your arteries go through. And then as you go further, they're going to start opening up and it turns into the tip.
Easily the biggest injury that I've had. I've done that in the middle-ish of the season, didn't end up playing for the rest of the year, and I just made my return game a couple of weeks ago for Southfield Blackhawks in a trial game. So it's good to be back out there, but it's definitely head noise during the time. It was my last year, 21s. I wanted to have a really good year. We tried to push to get an NRL pre-season by the end of the year, but nothing in 2024 really went my way. But just had to keep faith in God's plan for me, and just keep my head up and just keep pushing through.
Journey's been pretty crazy.
so far. Up here in Townsville now, a long way away from home. You know, sacrificing a lot. You know, family, friends. You know, to try to crack this dream. But I feel like, you know, the route that has taken me where I am today, you know, I think that's, you know, exactly where God wants me. Even though I'd rather already be, you know, playing professional footy, or, you know, I would have rathered it a long time ago. But, you know, I think I'm right where I need to be. And I just got to stay grinding, keep faith, and, you know, I'll get to where I need to be. Goal, obviously for me, you know, is to become a professional rugby league player in the NRL. That's been my dream ever since, you know, I was 10 years old and played my first game until now. Still chasing that dream. The journey's been, you know, a little bit up and down. Not everything's went my way, but, you know, I know that God's given me this dream for a reason. So I just gotta keep faith, keep Him first, and, you know, just keep on working hard. I love the game. I'd love to do it, you know, full time every single day. And then once I get there, you know, just training as hard as I can, doing the best that I can to have the best career possible. So. Got game all done. First game back at fullback, felt pretty good. Definitely testing out the fitness, but, you know, had a good week at training. Done heaps of reps, made sure my body was right before the game. Hammies were feeling a little bit iffy at the start, but we didn't get the win, but felt like a good hit out. So just keep on building, work into next week and keep chasing the dream, but that's it.